There have been many shotguns in Fortnite, like the pump and tactical shotgun, and many guns modeled after them. But what about the gimmicky shotguns? The ones that use such weird mechanics you either don't know how to use them or refuse to pick them up. I'm not talking about stuff like the Ranger shotgun, I'm talking about actually weird stuff like Chapter 2 Season 7 stuff. We're not talking about stuff like exotics though. If I did, this video would take forever, but we still have 7 shotguns to go through. Let's start with the charge. I remember when this thing replaced the pump back in Chapter 2 Season 3, and everyone hated it just because of that. If anyone caught you liking the charge, you would probably be burned at a stake, but enough time has passed for people to realize it was actually a good shotgun. The charging mechanic is clunky, but if you use it at its full potential, it is probably one of the best shotguns of all time. A fully charged legendary charge shotgun does 126 to the body. It reloaded a bit faster than the pump by 1 second. It also had a better fire rate by 0.15 seconds, but if you're charging it, it is not really that fast. I mainly think everyone hated this due to either being too used to the pump or having the OG taste instead of something new. I might make a video someday explaining how OG Fortnite players are holding the game back. However, I have a feeling my Fortnite videos are dropping off, but disregarding that, overall, the charge was an underrated weapon back then and still doesn't get recognized to this day. But it's a really good shotgun, and I say, it's better than the pump by a little bit. Up next we have the Dragon's Breath shotgun. My god, this thing sucks. I remember everyone in Chapter 2 Season 5 was hyping this weapon up so much, like it was going to be the best shotgun ever, but once it came out, no one, and I mean no one, liked it. It does 165 to the body in Legendary and can one pump, but good luck hitting all 4 pellets. The spread on the shotgun is huge, and if you miss, just give up. The reload time is 4.1 seconds as a one-shot shotgun. During Chapter 2 Season 5, it was my second option because the other shotgun below it was horrid. The lever action. Also, the Dragon's Breath shotguns, the main mechanic of spraying fire is a bit obsolete now that fire doesn't spread in Battle Royale. It's the same situation as the Dragon's Breath sniper, but at least with that one it still had use after the nerf. But the Dragon's Breath shotgun, if it is the only shotgun you want to use, maybe try using a good SMG on the side and prepare to spray a lot. But if you want a shotgun like this, there's one later on the list much better. Now we have the makeshift shotgun. Now you might be looking at the stats and what it does and saying, how is it a gimmick? So back in Chapter 2 Season 6, you could upgrade weapons with animal bones, meat, and gold, and the makeshift weapons were the base for crafting better weapons like the pump shotgun. You cannot find any normal gun on the ground or in chest, just makeshift weapons and primal ones. Crafting is one of the worst things ever added in Fortnite. It influences slower gameplay, but in a game like Fortnite, it is an awful mechanic. The makeshift shotgun itself could be only found through common to rare, and the rare does 98 damage, but to give it something good, they gave it a fire rate of 1.25, which is 0.55 better than a pump. However, this is known to be one of the worst shotguns of all time, and if you find the correct materials, you're upgrading this thing instantly. Or if you find a primal shotgun before the nerfs, that thing was completely busted compared to the makeshift. Overall, if you see this weapon, never pick it up unless you like crafting, which, as I said before, doesn't really fit in a fast game like Fortnite. Alright, up next we have the Prime Shotgun. I'm insanely mixed on this one. So if you didn't know, the first clip of the shotgun does more damage than the others, and in my opinion, the first clip of the shotgun is so good. But afterwards, you're shooting nothing, you're tickling the enemy. Some people glaze this shotgun like crazy, and many people hate it, and I'm part of them. This shotgun would be much better if it just lost damage throughout the clips, instead of a crazy damage drop-off. Or if they made a new shotgun where the first clip does barely anything, but then the damage goes up for each shot, and it's like an auto shotgun and not a pump. Up next is the Evo Chrome Shotgun. So this shotgun upgrades for how much damage you do, going to uncommon at 75, rare at 100, epic at 200, legendary at 400, and mythic at 1200. I really like this mechanic. It encourages fighting for better loot, and it was brought back in Reload with the Morphite weapons for a good reason. The weapon in the mythic form does 105 damage and has a 1.5 fire rate, and the magazine is huge at 8. This, in my opinion, is the second best gimmick shotgun. However, past the upgrade mechanic, after getting a mythic weapon from it, it's kind of bad and forgettable. I only remember this weapon for a cool upgrade mechanic, but if I didn't have that, this thing would be completely forgotten immediately by everyone. Finally, we have the Chaos Obliterator shotgun. It reloads by itself and deals so much damage. So many people on Twitter complain about this thing, and for a good reason. After you shoot this thing, it reloads by itself, which is crazy with a one-shot shotgun. If you switch to an SMG after shooting, you can spray, then shoot the shotgun, and keep repeating the cycle. I find it funny it's the only weapon not to be replaced in the new season, like Epic knew what they were doing, and a meta with the Chaos Exploder, Chaos Reloader, and 7 sliders is ridiculous. Update, this is a bit outdated. I started the script on the day of the new season, then quit and restarted it, and it got vaulted. Hell yeah, and now we have the Warforged AR, so it's gonna be recoil simulator now. After all that, gimmick shotguns can either be the best shotguns of all time or the worst. Please subscribe, because I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so if you could help that would be appreciated. That's all. Bye.